What is happening, YouTube? It's your boy Phil here with Phil Rides, and we are going to be doing a little bit of an oil change job here. I just got my oil, and I ordered this from Amazon. It's like 60 bucks. They give you the oil, got the filter, and I think they give you, this little disposable funnel, and you get a pair of gloves too, I think, just disposable gloves. So that's what I usually order to do my oil changes. Of course, we're going to be checking the tire pressure today as well, and I always like to use one of these digital air pressure gauges, because they're very accurate. And this is the one I use. Again, I got this off of Amazon. I'll go ahead and put a link to it below for you guys. And that's it. I got the there's the drain bolt right there. I got that off. I have my drain pan underneath, and I went ahead and run the bike just for a few minutes. And now we're going to go ahead and take that off and let that oil drain out, and then put the new oil in and see how she does. This is my first break-in service, so pretty excited, because usually after you do the first break-in service, the bike just runs completely different. It runs a lot better, and really excited for that. I don't know if I'm going to get to ride tonight. It's a little late, but definitely tomorrow. I'm going to be getting on her, so I'll do another video tomorrow just with that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take care of this real quick, guys, and go into here. I'll be right back with you. And again, you don't want to run the bike too long, because you don't want that oil too hot, and it will get very hot very quickly. So literally just a couple of minutes. And I'm not sure what they were talking about as far as the gloves go. I don't see any gloves, but it's okay. And I'll put a link down below for the oil kit for you other guys that have the Kawasaki Z900 RS. I'll make sure I put that in there for you. So there's the oil. The bolt's in it, but that's okay. We'll clean it up later. And that's it. So we're going to go ahead and just let that drain off a little bit. And there with the washer. I was trying to catch it before it went in, but it just didn't happen, guys. It's the way it goes. But there's a filter in there. It's not going to go into the actual oil pan itself. And I just went up to the auto parts store and just dumped all the oil I had in there. So I got a nice, clean, fresh container there. And that's it. So yeah, this is getting a little high for some reason. I'm not quite sure why you're doing that. There we go. Yeah, okay, so just a point of reference, guys, I forgot to undo that little red thing back there that releases the air pressure. That's why it was blooping up through the where the oils goes in, and that's why I was having an issue. So if you guys have this kind of oil pan, just remember, remove that thing or you're gonna have it overflow. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna let this drip for about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, make sure all the old oil's out of there, and then I'm gonna come back, check tire pressure, and then put the new oil in, and that'll wrap her up. But we'll see you back here in a few. All right, guys, we're back, and just got my oil pretty much drained out. It's still dripping a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and take the oil filter off. I got my dad fuel here, and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing. Now, I had a proper oil filter wrench, but it disappeared out of my toolbox. I have a feeling that had something to do with a certain family member that was staying with me that probably just didn't put it back or something, but yeah. So we're gonna try to use this pipe wrench and get that on there. And we should be able to go crank that off with this. And if not, I got another trick to get it off. And it's called Ditto AutoZone and binding the pipe wrench. But yeah, I don't know if that's gonna cut it. Yeah, no, okay. So then the other trick is just to take a little screwdriver and just go ahead and punch that in there. Actually, we're probably going to want to go a little more. Usually I can get this in here good enough. To where I'll be able to torque it off. It is being very difficult. Keep in mind this is my first oil change, so this thing's really on here like really good. This is what happens when you don't have the proper tool, people. You have to deal with crap like this. It becomes like a real pain in the ass when it really doesn't have to be. And that thing is on there, dude. They really torque them down there from the factory, man. Let me tell you. They don't play. There we go. Careful to make sure that we're not scratching anything or getting anything fucked up, because we don't want that. Wrong way, Phil. There you go. Twist this off of my hand. Normally, when they give me these oil change kits, they give you a pair of gloves, but they didn't, and I don't have a permanent pair that I use, so get my hands a little greasy today, but that's okay. Yeah, just want to let that drain a little bit. Get all that oil out of there, that old stuffs. And then what I want to do is I also want to check the tire pressure here as well. That's always easier if you turn the bike, but I don't have my keys in there right now. Oh, hi there. All right, man. All right, so got our handy dandy pressure gauge. She's set on PSI. So we'll just go in here and see if we can't. This will probably be a lot easier from the other side. A little difficult with these discs here. Alright, so glad I checked that because it's about 25 pounds, about 6 pounds less than what it should be. So we're going to definitely put some air in there. this one more time. Just make sure I'm getting an accurate reading. Because quite frankly, the rear tire was fine, but this one, not so much. Nope, she's low. That's scary. This guy's and this is why you always check your tire pressure, because you just never know. And these are brand new tires. They literally got 600 miles on them. And this one's got about 25 pounds. The rear one's 32, which is fine. This one should be around 30, 32 as well. So you know, we'll check the exact specifications on the tires, but pretty sure it's supposed to be right around there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take care of that a little bit later. Before I ride again tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure the air pressure's where it's supposed to be. But as you can see, our oil is getting pretty well drained there. I think we're about done. So we're gonna go ahead and get our stuff back on here, get our oil filter on, get our drain bolt back in. Another thing that they normally send that I didn't see with this kit is the and a lot of people say you should replace this every time. This, I don't see any like major scoring on it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's still new, so I'm just going to go ahead and reuse the same washer. But a lot of these kits, when you order them, they're going to go ahead and give you a new washer, and then of course use the new washer. But this will be fine. It's, you know, it's brand new still. So, but after a couple, you know, 1 or 2 oil changes, you probably want to go ahead and look at replacing this. And again, it usually just comes with the kit, so not a big deal. But let's go ahead and get our oil back on, and got the bolt right here. Bolt's good, and we're gonna go get the filter on first, and then we'll go ahead and get that drain bolt back in. These, what I want to do is take my makeshift rag here and just kind of clean this up a little bit. You know, just make sure there's no dirt or any kind of junk on there. Make sure that's good and clean. We'll go ahead and tighten this new one on there. There we go. So you want to get that pretty much like hand tight. Now, as the bike heats up and, you know, as oil starts running through it, of course, things will expand a little bit. And yeah, but that's good. You know, you don't need to torque that thing down. It's not necessary. There's a rubber gasket on it, and it's good to go just like that. It's not going to go anywhere. And you'll notice once I start the bike back up that there's not going to be any oil leaking out of there. Just gotta kind of get it hand tighten plus is what I'll call it. Go ahead and clean that up. Let's get our drain bolt back in here with the washer. That one you do want to torque down. You don't want to go hand tight on that, of course. So we go ahead and tighten that up. Torque that one down a little bit. It's a little tight on space in here, but that's okay. Get it. That should be good. That's that. Now it's time to put in the new oil. And for that, we have the 4 quarts of oil that we'll be using today. This is going to be the Kawasaki, well, this is KPO, but it's Kawasaki brand oil, and it's 4-stroke, you know, optimum performance, just SAE oil, motor oil, and that's it, man. That's all you need right there. So that's what I'm using today. And sometimes I'll go like the full synthetic. Hey, look, there's the new washer. That's all right, we'll have that for next time. Go ahead and make sure we take that off of there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back around to the other side of the bike, and we'll go ahead and start putting the oil in. So for that, you're going to come right over to this side. You're going to see this little oil hole right here, and they give you this handy dandy disposable funnel. I have a funnel, but I'll just use this to get it in there. That'll work fine. And let's go ahead and get that going. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, that's our first quart in. We'll grab the rest of the oil and we'll go ahead and finish this up and see you back here in a bit. Alright guys, so we went ahead and got all 4 quarts of oil in. This is pretty well drained. That's all going to go into the garbage. And yeah, all you have to do at this point is just take this here, screw her back in. Now, for me to check the oil level, you're gonna have to straighten the bike out, and that's why it's probably better to do this on a bike stand, so that way the bike's level. Me, I'll just go ahead and lift it for a second, make sure my oil level looks good, which it does. Yeah, no fuss, no muss there. Yeah, we're good. And that's it, man. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start it up. And by the way, guys, I did forget to mention on the oil filter, make sure you always take a little bit of the old oil or whatever, or the new oil. It doesn't matter if you just want to dip your finger in it and just kind of go around that rubber seal. I did, but I did it off camera, and I did want to mention that you should do that when you're putting that new oil filter on. So you want to come under here, just kind of watch this for a minute, make sure you got no kind of dripping or anything going on. You should, if you got everything tightened up enough, it should be good. Yeah, that's it. So far I don't see any kind of dripping or seepage or anything weird happening here, so I think we're good here. And we're going to go ahead and let the bike warm up just for a minute. And now that she's got some fresh oil, I'm very excited to see how she's going to run. Honestly. Yeah, we're all good there, man. No drippy drips, no seepage. We're good. And that's all it is, guys. That's really it. it's a night and day difference. Once you get that first oil change done, it runs a lot better. But listen, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If this helps you at all, I know when I first started riding and first doing my oil filter oil changes, you know, I watch videos and how other people did it just to make sure I'm doing it the right way. So if you found it helpful, let me know. And remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Adios, mi amigos.